Imagine you're inside a school bus after a crash. The air is thick with smoke, kids are crying, and every second feels like an hour. The front door won't budge. The back door is jammed tight. You're trapped. Then you look up. A small square of light. Your last way out. This simple square behind me has saved many, many lives, but yet most of the kids on my bus have no idea it even exists. So come along with me as we find out the history of the emergency roof hatch. Come on, guys, come on. Now, believe it or not, it wasn't long ago when school buses didn't have all these emergency exits. They didn't have the emergency windows, as you see right here. They didn't have these emergency hatches, which is wide open right here because I had just opened it up. But one night, back in 1988, that hope wasn't enough. In Carroll, Kentucky, a church group had a retired school bus, was coming back from a fairground. And a drunk driver that was in the truck actually T-boned the school bus. And back then, the buses didn't have the cage surrounding the fuel tank. So, of course, the fuel tank erupted into flames. And it jammed the front door, so no one can get out of the front of the bus. The only exit out of the school bus was the emergency exit door back here. 27 people died, mostly children, because they could just not get out of the bus. That's one reason why the government stepped in and they made mandates that they had to have more egress. So that's when they came up with the emergency exit windows, and now we have the emergency exit hatches on top of the bus. Now, I've already opened this hatch above me, so I'm going to go to the other side of the bus right here, back here, and I'm going to show you how to open up these emergency exits. First, let me get my phone set up here. So you want to learn how to open up an emergency exit hatch. Well, pretty simple. First, you have this knob. Right now, it is set to latched. As you can see, this thing is set to latched. All you have to do is turn it this way so it's facing to exit. And you can't just do it then. You have to actually push up on this knob. So first you turn it, you push, and you push. And there is how you open up an emergency exit hatch. Now, it's a lot harder to close it. So you take it, you have to kind of line up as you see right here, there's this little ridge. You have to line this into the ridge, and you have to push down on it, which sometimes is kind of hard to do. Let's see if I can do it real quick. There we go. It latched in. And then after that, then you turn it back to latched. That way you can't hit it, because that's how it locks. Here you can hit it up, here you cannot. Now also, on the top side of these, rescuers have to be able to get into the school bus. And let me see if I can get a good shot up there. All right, so now I'm on top of the school bus. As you can see on top of this roof hatch, it's labeled emergency exit, even though it's kind of peeling away. But here, you got the knob that outside rescuers are going to be able to see. This right here is latched. This right here is so you can open it. So you have to turn it here, and you have to pull up on it. So put it here, and you pull up on that right there, and that's what, as you can see. So when I pull up on it, it pulls that up right there. And the alarm buzzer works by this little switch right here. There's a little switch. That's how you know if when someone activates these emergency hatches, the buzzer is going to go off inside the school bus, because it's going to release this switch right here. When you have this hatch closed, that switch will be pressed in. Now let's see if I can get off the top of the school bus. Kind of high up. Every new safety feature on a school bus is written in someone's history, someone's past, someone's story. And this one came from someone's heartbreak. Because that hatch above your head isn't just metal and plastic. It is a reminder of lives that change safety forever. All right, so I just want to give you guys a couple examples. First of all, here was a bus accident in 2013 in Kansas. They climbed through the roof hatch while waiting for emergency personnel to arrive. So this is one example. They actually used the roof hatches.
9 students on board and the bus driver evacuated via emergency hatches in the roof.
Incredibly, there were no serious injuries to the 9 students on board. A school bus accident in Texas. Well, a school bus actually caught fire and the students were actually able to use the emergency hatches on top of the bus. So here's 3 of many that I found. And both of these circumstances, you didn't hear about it in the news because no one died. I can't find any exact proof I can't find any exact proof that these hatches were actually the reason why people's lives were saved, but by golly, they really do help. A lot of NTSB accident reports reported that the hatches were open, that they were used. So every time you ride a school bus, or anytime you ride a bus, any mode of transportation, look around at all the emergency exits, the signage, the quiet reminders that safety does not come by accident. They're paid in lessons that we must never forget. And here's an important thought. That roof hatches ain't there on accident because something might happen. They're there because something did happen. Now, when I make these videos, it's not just about bus facts. It's about people, families, and the lives that taught us to do better. Every law, every design, every drill that we do started with a story that someone paid for. So please share this video. I want it to reach as many people as possible, because the more people that understands this, the safer that we can all be. You never know. Maybe one day the information in this video might save your life. Now, if you enjoyed the video, if you click right here, I made one about emergency exit windows in a school bus. And if you click down here, I have one about how to survive a school bus crash. So click on one of these 2 videos. I think you're going to like the content that's in these.